here, and I can get you as far as I possibly can in my law firm, there are opportunities that present themselves. And so having that mindset, of course not saying, Tim, I just want the job in your firm because I really want to work somewhere else in your law firm, but this is the entry level into it. But knowing that opportunity presents itself for people that are really engaged.
Great. And this is really a perfect segue into our next line of questions, and that relates to this changing job market that we've all been talking about. And the NALP employment data that I mentioned earlier shows that the smallest percentage of graduates ever obtained jobs for which bar passage was required, less than 70%. We also know that only 71% of those jobs, of those with jobs, found jobs that are both full-time and permanent. The New York Times has recently been chronicling some of the many ways that legal job market is changing. They reported recently that several big law firms, for instance, are hiring recent graduates into non-partnership track positions at much lower salaries and And last week, the Times had an excellent article reporting that some U.S. law school grads are finding jobs with both foreign and domestic legal outsourcing organizations. For those of you on the law school side, what trends, if any, are you seeing in the changes in the job market that are facing your graduates? Tracy, would you like to kick us off with this question?
Sure. There have been many different facets to this challenging legal job market. Obviously, we've heard the discussion about the decreased number of summer associate positions, and that obviously impacts students pretty greatly. So, again, I alluded to this earlier, trying to set expectations is something that I find that we're doing much more now in terms of, that's something I really wanted to do. Fall recruitment is still the most visible recruiting tool that we have, and so people sometimes feel, well, if I go through that process and I don't actually come out of it with an offer, an opportunity, what does that mean for me? So we've had to spend a lot more time educating students that although large firms and larger government agencies may recruit in that way and have the ability to recruit earlier in the process, there's still a lot of other employers that may not know their needs until the spring of their 2L year, and that you have to prepare and lay the foundation and network and really try to get yourself involved with those employers as soon as you can, knowing that that process is probably going to take a lot longer. So really trying to set a realistic view about the job market, about the opportunities, but also about the timing, because sometimes that gets lost on students. They see fall recruitment and think that's it and don't recognize that they still have to keep the ball rolling. So that's something that we've really been trying to do. I mean, I think a lot of our students would love to come out and say, great, I've gone to a summer associate position, I have my offer, I'm sort of done for my third year unless I want to pursue a judicial clerkship or some other postgraduate opportunity. But for the most part, that is just not the case, particularly with a lot of our students. So one of the challenges we've seen is just trying to figure out what do we do with less employers who are coming, and therefore less opportunities more than likely in the larger firm market. So really trying to educate them and adjust their expectations has been very important. Going back a little bit to what Rob was saying and others were saying earlier, we're in a major metropolitan area. So we always tell our students you would be absolutely